Hi friends! So today we're going to read a book about government, and we're going to talk about what a government is, and we are going to look at the features of our local government. So you can see the text feature of this nonfiction text. We have a table of contents. There are 3 chapters, and then we have a glossary, an index, and to learn more. Chapter 1, How Local Governments Formed. How was government formed in the United States? It started at the local level, and local means like cities, towns, small areas. The first colonists were ruled by Great Britain, but they governed themselves. And I'm not sure what this word governed means, but I see that it's bolded. So I'm going to go to page 23 and look up that word in the glossary. So, governed. Made decisions about laws, taxes, social programs, and more in a certain area. So to govern means to make decisions. You're making laws, you're making rules. So everyone is governed by someone else. Somebody makes rules for us. They held meetings, they voted on issues, they created rules to live by. After independence from Great Britain, state governments were created. So state government would be our government of North Carolina, because that's the state we live in, and our governor is Roy Cooper. He makes the decisions for us. Federal government formed too. Federal government is the government over the whole country, the United States. So at the top we have the federal government, and the person in charge of that would be the president. And then at the state level we have a state government, and each state has their own governor, the person who makes the rules. And then we have a local government, which in our case would be for the city of Wilmington or the county of New Hanover County. But towns and cities still needed local governments. Why? Local leaders knew the needs of their citizens best, and state leaders could not do all of the work. They had issues to work on. This holds true today. So the federal government at the top of the whole country can't make all these decisions for each individual city, because that's a lot of work. So you have a federal government to make the decisions for the whole country, and then you have the state government to make decisions for the state, and then you have local governments to make decisions for each county and city. Chapter 2, Different Governments. There are many different kinds of places to live. We can live in a city, we can live in a small town, or we can live in the country. Leaders in different areas may have different names. County commissioners, mayors, city council members, township supervisors, city managers, they have one thing in common. They want us to have a better place to live. So county commissioners, mayors, city council members, township supervisors, and city managers are all people who are in charge of the local government. Many leaders are elected. And elected, I'm not sure what that means, so we're going to go to the glossary in the back. And elected means to have been chosen by a vote. So people voted on these people, and they were chosen. Who elects them? The people who live there. We vote for these people to be in charge. So here is a map. It says, take a look. There are 89,476 local governments. They are in counties, cities, villages, towns, townships, special districts. Some states have more than others. So here's North Carolina, and we're blue, and the key down here tells me that we have between 751 and 1,500 different local governments in our state. County government is the biggest form of local government. it provides services that are too costly for cities and towns. So our county government would be the county of New Hanover County. Like what? The sheriff's department, airports, jails, the roads between cities, programs to help people who need assistance. Counties provide a court system. Counties might also offer libraries and parks. So, the county government is in charge of the sheriff's department, the airports, the jails, the roads, assistance programs, libraries, and parks. That is what they are in charge of, the county government. Chapter 3, Working Together. What do citizens need from the local government? The services we use every day, like law enforcement and fire departments. Schools, public transportation, such as buses and trains, trash disposal, and recycling. Those are all things that the local government is in charge of. Our county of New Hanover County and all counties have a school board, and that school board is in charge of making the decisions for the schools. So when we decided to stay in Plan B, that decision was made by our New Hanover County School Board. So how are these services paid for? Citizens, that means people who live in a city or town, pay taxes. We pay them when we buy things. We pay them on money we earn. So like when you go to the store and you get a $1 candy bar, your candy bar is not going to be $1, it's going to be $1.07 because you have to pay 7 cents for every $1 that you spend. That is taxes. What is our biggest tax? Property tax is our biggest tax. Anyone who owns property or land must pay taxes on it. We also pay for licenses. A license gives you permission to own something or to do something. So you have a driver's license, a camping license, a fishing license. Even pets need licenses in some cities, and you have to pay a tax on those licenses. Some businesses pay for permits to operate. I'm not sure what that word permits means, so I'm going to go to the glossary. Official documents that give people permission to do certain activities. So businesses have to have permission to operate, like restaurants, hair salons, taxis. They have to have permits or permission to operate. Money from these permits helps pay for services we use. Businesses must pay taxes as well. Where else do funds come from? That means money. The federal and state government. Often there is not enough money. Why not? Leaders do not want to raise taxes, so citizens can help. But how? We can help by volunteering, donating to charities. We must all help to make our communities stronger. And then here's a little caption down here. What do you think? Would you like to work in your local government someday? Would you like to make these decisions? So when there's not enough money, what it's saying is the federal government, which is the government over the whole United States, might give each local government some money, or the state government may give the local government some money. All right, here's some activities and tools. You could read this if you wanted to start a neighborhood association. Here is the glossary, a lot of text features. Here's the index. If I wanted to learn about independence, I would go to page 6. And here's some websites that you can go to learn more about local governments.